Do you talk to your animals? I know the answer to that is yes. Do they talk back to you? The answer to that is also yes. They are way more intelligent than we ever give them credit for. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a professional animal communicator. It's a business I'll be launching sometime later this year. But in the meantime, I wanted to do an introductory video so that we could get to know each other a little bit and you could learn a little bit about me. And I've got this list of things that I wanted to go over with you. And let's begin at the beginning. Talking with the animals is an amazing thing. If you love the furred, the finned, the feathered as much as I do, then I hope you'll go on this journey with me. Now, a couple of things I wanted to talk to you a little bit about. As an animal communicator, I do that telepathically. Yeah, I know. To some people that sounds a little woo, but I assure you it's not. And on this page, I'll be giving you examples as time goes by of some of the conversations that I've had with animals and the responses I've gotten from their people, their guardians. It's amazing. I don't know how it works. It just does. When I tune into an animal, I get fabulous messages from them to pass on to their people. And there's something really exciting and wonderful and beautiful about that. Animals practice telepathy all the time. They're used to it. It's just something that feels that we've been taught not to believe in, but we should. So how does it work telepathically? All kinds of ways. I get words, I get images, I get general knowings from the animals. They communicate differently. They're all individuals, just like you and me. So when I do launch this as my business, please know that I will never DM you soliciting for paid sessions with your animals. If that happens, you're being scammed. I will not be doing that. I will have online places where people can sign up for sessions, but I will not reach out to you. If I do a session with an animal, first I look at their picture and I gaze at it and intuit from that picture, and then I commence, then I begin and start asking questions and having conversations. Sometimes before a session, if I know I'm going to be talking to an animal, I'll start feeling that animal give me little nudges. They get excited about communicating to you this way. And I'll have to tell them it's not yet. We're not starting yet. When we start, save it for that. And then I do a Q&A. I ask them questions about themselves and how they live and what they do and whether they like their food, all kinds of things from the mundane to the more curious. And the fur babies, parents, guardians get to ask some questions too. Now I do these all remotely. I will sit down with a recorder and record the entire session. You won't hear the animal. You'll hear me repeat the animal's answers, but it's a lot of fun. I also don't edit or filter what the animals are trying to tell us. That wouldn't be fair to the animal at all. If they have a message that they want to pass on, then they absolutely should. I was talking to a dog a little while ago, and he's got a mom and he's got a dad who moved in. And at one point I said, "Do you have any messages for dad?" And he said, "Grow up." I thought, how am I going to tell these people that that's what this dog just said? And we went into a little bit more detail, but that's very personal, so I'm not going to share that right now. But when I sent that to mom, she was absolutely delighted. She said, yes, he can be a little immature sometimes, just like a lot of us, but he's a genuinely good person. And I got that feeling from the dog as well, that he was a good person. He just wanted dad to grow up a little bit. I get that. Sometimes I think I should grow up a little bit too. So how did I learn to talk to the animals? It's something I've done for most of my life. I grew up around animals. My parents had a farm and animal supply store. And there have been times where I've just gotten little feelings, little knowings from animals. And I would say these things to people like, oh, your dog doesn't like it when you call her fat. She loves herself as she is. Just little things like that. And people would think, oh, I'm crazy, but they just thought that was part of my fun, quirky personality. Well, then recently I started a course with a wonderful woman named Nikki Vasquez. And through that course, I've been learning to hone my skills and become even better as an animal communicator so that I can do sessions with animals and pass something on that's really fabulous for their or for their parents, the fur baby's parents, their guardians. And this is something that I feel like I was put on this earth to do. I absolutely love talking to the animals and delivering something of substance to their guardians. Now, sometimes things aren't accurate or they don't make sense until we talk it out a little bit. I will always try to dive deeper and learn more about your animals and get something that's really accurate for you. But there are times it just doesn't work. And by the way, I can talk to animals both that are living and in spirit. There is absolutely no difference. And the most beautiful thing about that is providing people with that comfort and that knowing that there's proof that life goes on. There was a dog, her name was Lucky, and she was in spirit, and she wanted her mom to know that she loved her life. And she also loved her name, Lucky. Now, this woman was in Germany. English was not her first language. So when I was sharing these messages, one of the things that the dog Lucky said to me is that she really liked clover. I thought, that's so weird. Clover? But okay, Nikki always says, say everything. So I passed that on to Mom. And she was like, at first she didn't know what clover was because it was the English word. So I showed her a picture of clover, like 3-leaf clovers, 4-leaf clovers. And she leaned over and spoke something to her husband in Germany. And then she looked back at me and she said, so my dog Lucky, and she didn't even remember this, my dog Lucky had a charm on her collar in the form of a clover with her name on it. So there was a connection there. It's really, really cool. Hopefully this has been enough about me to get us started. And in the coming days and in the coming weeks, I'll be posting more and more videos with short accounts of some of the sessions that I've had with various animals. And these will all be done by permission. In the meantime, thank you. Peace, love, and instant karma.